Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off some more plunder that I have acquired here over the last little while. Got a lot of stuff to show, so I'm going to probably split this up into two parts. This first part is going to be showing all the used stuff that I got, as well as a couple orders that I got from Nuclear War Now and New Standard Elite. So I'm going to just jump right into it here. Hit up a couple half-price books here over the last little while. I hit the one that I normally go to, as well as the one up by where my sister used to live, up in Avon. And yeah, half-price books, I've always said, is very hit and miss. There's times that you go in there and you might find a couple things, or you might find nothing at all. And then there's times you go in there and you just find all kinds of good shit. And in both cases, I went in, I found all kinds of good shit. So yeah, the first one I got is a split between Diocletian and Weregoat called Disciples of War. And I've actually been looking to get this one for a while. I actually ordered it from a place once, and they contacted me and told me that they were out of stock, so I never got to actually get this, but I have listened to it at least once so far. It sounds really fucking sick. Both bands are amazing. Another split, this one between Satanic Warmaster and Clandestine Blaze. This is actually, as far as I can remember, the first Clandestine Blaze material that I actually own. I've been meaning to actually get some of their stuff for a while. I've just, for one reason or another, just never got around to buying it. And this one is considered a classic black metal release, and I've been wanting to get it, and when I saw this in there, I just had to jump up on it. This is Vaughn with Satanic Blood. And I've spun this about 4 or 5 times since I've gotten it, and I absolutely love it. There's just something about the vocals of this, the rawness of it. Just really, really good black metal in my opinion. Definitely check this out if you have not heard it. This one was a complete blind buy for me. I saw the logo and everything, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely a black metal release. And then, luckily, see, sometimes half-price books keep the discs in the cases so you can actually look at them and see if they're worth actually shelling out even a few bucks for, because I'm the type, even when I buy a used CD, I always want to make sure it's as close to, you know, pristine as possible, or at least, you know, if there's some light marks that I don't think are going to affect play, I'll buy it. But I saw this one still had the disc in it, and I saw on here that it said it was limited to 1,000 copies, and I thought, you know what, for $5 it's totally worth checking out, and it actually turned out to be some pretty cool black metal. This is Vukadlak, I totally cannot pronounce that name, with Blackest Autumn. Yeah, like I said, really pretty cool U.S. black metal. It's a complete blind buy, but definitely worth the price that I paid for it. And like I said, the fact that it was limited to 1,000 copies makes it even better. This one I do believe I have the vinyl of. I haven't gotten the CD until now. And this is Dark Throne with Sempiternal Past, the Dark Throne demos. Just a demos collection here. You can see what's on the back. Really happy to have that. Next two came from the same band. They actually had a third one from them that I really wanted, but there were some marks on it that I was just like, even for that cheap of a price, I'm not going to take the chance of buying it and it not working, so excuse me. But this is Acheron with Lex Talionis and Satanic Victory. This is just basically combining their Satanic Victory demo with their Lex Talionis album, which I already have Lex Talionis, but I didn't have Satanic Victory. But I was definitely going to pick it up anyway, because, you know, I need as much Acheron in my collection as I possibly can. And then again, another demos collection. This is Compendium Diablerie, the demo days, and I gotta say, this is definitely very, very raw sounding. I mean, obviously these are demos, but man, they are pretty raw. Then we have Cardiac Arrest and Death Shall Set You Free. Love that album cover. Cardiac Arrest is another band that I really need to get some more of in my collection. And this one was put out through Razorback Records, which is kind of convenient, because the last two that I got are related to Razorback Records. Not only were they released through Razorback, but they also are projects involving Vanessa Nocera, who is the co-owner of Razorback. And, you know, I'm friends with her on Facebook, and I've tried to pretty much buy everything I possibly can by her. And I've actually started going through and getting them signed by her. Like, if I order directly from her, I always ask her if she'll sign them for me, and she always does. She's really cool about that. And there was a, you know, I decided, well, I'm going to go through, I'm going to try to get all of her catalog signed, and then I'm going to have all their catalog just so I can take them out about, so I don't have to worry about taking out a signed copy, which I know some people would say, you know, is stupid of me, but hey, call me collector scam if you want. That's just the way I am. But it was so funny because I was in Half Price Books and I found 2 of the CDs that I needed and they were already signed. So I'm like, how in the hell did, you know, what are the odds of me finding 2 of the albums that I needed signed so I don't have to worry about rebuying these, but technically. But this is Skeletal Spectre with Occult Spawned Premonitions, and as you can see, signed by Vanessa, and I've seen her signature enough that I know it's hers. And yeah, when I saw that on there, I was like, oh my god, are you serious? It's signed, and they only won like $6 for it, so of course I jumped up on it. And then of course, the other one that I found, I believe this is the debut for this band as well. But this is Wooden Stake with Dungeon Prayers and Tombeyard Serenades. As you can see, Get Impaled, Vanessa Nocera. So, really fucking cool. Alright, and the last use thing. I started to walk out of the store, and I just happened to glance up on the little shelf above all the CDs, and how I missed this when I first walked in, I do not know. But I saw this, it was $25, and I was like, fuck it, I've got to buy this. And this is Kiss Rocks Vegas, and this nice little book edition. I already have the Blu-ray and CD pack, but I couldn't pass this up because, of course, like I said, it comes in this really awesome book with all of these different pictures in it from the show and everything. Sorry about the glare there from my light. But it also came with 4 discs. You have CD 1, which is the normal show. This is disc 2. Has the acoustic set that they play, which in this package was not included except for on the Blu-ray. And then you have the standard DVD and the Blu-ray. All, like I said, housing this lovely book. So really happy about that. Alright, moving on to the few things that I got from New Standard Elite, that killer brutal death metal label based here in Indiana. I pre-ordered the new Unbirth from them, and then I went ahead and picked up a few other things while I was at it. Got Genocidal Sodomy, BCO Quintessence. And this is a project of the drummer from, I want to say Ecchymosis is who this is by. Limited to 100, hand-numbered copies. I have number 32. I haven't really listened to this yet. It's supposed to be like some war metal, bestial black and death metal. And the one thing that I did get that I was really hoping he still had in stock, and he did, and that is the Scaphism 4-way split between Delusional Parasitosis, Ecchymosis, Dissevered, and Bleeding. Really sick artwork there. Yeah, this just, all these bands are really killer, and I've been, you know, watching the progress of this split coming out for a long time, and it was finally out, and he still had copies, so I had to pick it up. Also finally picked up my first Visceral album. This is Involution Parasitoid. This sick, brutal death metal, which is to be expected from a New Standard Elite release. I'm pretty much trying to go back and get as much New Standard Elite material as I possibly can. So, yeah, another one to add to the collection. And the last thing that I got here came from Nuclear War Now, at least in this part, I should say. This is a grail that I've been after for a long, long time. It's been out of print for years. They finally reissued it on vinyl, and I believe there is a CD reissue coming out, and I am just super happy to finally have this in my collection, even though a lot of people complained about the cover art being changed, but I can kind of understand why they did it. They changed the color of it because this way nobody could buy this and then try to sell it off later as the original pressing. And I'm talking about Lurker of Chalice. And I love the gold foil here on the logo. And if you're not familiar with this project, it is a project from Rest of Leviathan. And just some amazing black metal. And it's a 2 LP set. Got the center labels there. And mine is on the nice kind of gold colored bronze vinyl. Very happy about this. Like I said, I'm so happy to finally have this in my collection in some fashion, and I don't have to sit here and just listen to it on YouTube. Also came with this really awesome Lurker of Chalice poster, which I will be getting framed here at some point. As well as a sticker of the Lurker of Chalice logo. And something that's definitely going to go on my vest as soon as I get all the patches sewn on and can put my pins back on it. It's a really nice Lurker of Chalice pin. Yeah, very good quality pin here, so I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, that is going to do it for this part. Look forward to part 2 here shortly, and thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.